Hello, and welcome to Torg's Day Night. I am JM, your GM. And in year one, a crack Storm Knight unit was sent to prison by Delphi Council Court for a crime they didn't commit. These Storm Knights promptly escaped from a maximum security starcade into Core Earth's underground. Today, still wanted by the government. They survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the B team. We have a full B team cast tonight. We are going back to the Living Land, back to perhaps the redemption of the B team. I don't want to say the redemption of, because you guys clearly pulled that glory on the very first B team episode. And then you guys rescued the Horsemen, Malachi and Dogathy, there to and Teddy to blow a bunch of things up. Alister there and Shelly to kind of help battle the source, and Reggie to play our Dudesel in distress, both then and now. If you have seen some of the B team art, it all comes together. So when we last left off, the B team grudgingly reached out to by Sebastian Quinn was sent into the Living Land in order to recover something known as the Altar of Life. They went into the Living Land where they tricked the GM with a player's choice outstanding success and used a couple of ATVs to reduce their travel time by 3 and then increase their travel time by 3 playing a Cosm card so that they arrived at the right time. Reggie had been sent to scout out a Ziggurat that had arisen in Crater Lake and was promptly captured, and his ring finger was removed. Reggie, you remember this as a vicious bite by an Adinos of the Ghost Clan. That finger was recovered. Do not worry, to the B team fans who are
right here, you're good.
Yeah, to all of the squeamish fans, don't worry, the finger has been recovered. To those of you who are fans of Reggie or are Malachites, which is a term I just learned about, everything is okay because in possibly the reaching peak B teamitude, Teddy constructed. In order to not encounter all of the Ghost Clans mounted on T-Rexes, Teddy used the ATVs and several hours worth of foraging by the rest of the B team to create a Living Lands low-tech B-52 style hang glider that carried not just one, not just 4, but all 4 members of the B team and Dogathy, sailing out across Crater Lake, to which Reggie, who had been captured by the Ghost Clan, and who other servants of the Living Land goddess of life, Linala, were captured to be sacrificed upon this altar of life. Reggie, when we ended the last episode, I believe I have, you look up, you hear this weird roaring noise, and there is this massive shadow that emerges from the mists of the jungle. Your Ghost Clan, the Ghost Clan Mistwalkers, who have surrounded you and have the first 2 Adinos over this altar, kind of stare up, and you see in all of its glory the massive shadow resolves into this glorious vine, leaf, leather, and tree hang glider with Malachi looking basically like that, riding on the front, Dogathy obviously head open, tongue lolling to the side.
What?
Now, Ben. Ben.
I assume at this point, like, who can say where the road goes?
Sure. I was thinking less Enya and more Wagner, but I think in your head canon, whatever song is being played since you've been gone has been tossed out. Whatever it is clearly coming now. So Reggie, what I need you to give me an evidence analysis roll. If you don't have evidence analysis, it's going to be a straight mind check.
I do have evidence analysis.
All right, go ahead and give me.
I am a monster hunter.
It is true.
Can I get 5 possibilities, please?
Oh,
All right.
I suppose you
So
don't
it's
want
been
possibilities.
forever. Alright, so that's a 10. So looking at my chart here, that's a -1 plus 9.
Now
So
don't
that's
forget,
a-
Ben, you have 4 possibilities because of
Okay.
everything that people have played. You can always spend a possibility to roll again and add it to the first roll.
With the shuck.
Well, I should probably do that. This is my very first roll of the game, and in quite some time, let's just burn it while we've got it.
All
That's
right.
Reggie. Classic Reggie.
Classic Reggie.
That's a 17.
Total of
17.
17.
So that's a total of 27, I guess.
All right, so a
Wow.
total of 27 is a plus 9 to whatever your evidence analysis is.
Correct. So plus 18.
So 18. All right, so Reggie, you snuck in here, right? This Ziggurat had like risen up out of Crater Lake. The Delphi Council wanted you to go in and figure out what was going on there because Rex Delec has been very highly focused on this place. And what you discovered is 2 things. I'm going to give you 2 pieces of information. You can ask 1 question, or I'll give you a 3rd piece. Okay? Because you rolled an 18.
Okay.
It's not an altar. They keep. So what's really interesting is that the in the Adino's tongue, altar and anvil, or like they have a semantic relationship. So it's either the altar of life or the anvil of life, and it's this large chunk of meteoric stone that has been roughly carved out to have this flat top, and you can see that there is a lot of imagery kind of built into the side. It's very hard to see because it looks very worn out, but there are a lot of images of trees that dwarf the people along the bottom of this thing. But you do kind of see a image of one of these people. And again, they're not human. They're much longer of limb. Their heads are the wrong shape. Although, again, it's been worn down enough that you can't really make it out. They are holding something aloft above them, kind of stabbing into what at this point is a very horrible... It looks like someone scraped off whatever image was there with, like, claws or a dull blade, because it's hatched and it's gouged almost to the point where it's unrecognizable. The second thing you know is this is an eternity shard. As you watch, you can see the red and blue possibility energy playing about it. Do you have any questions, or do you want just a random 3rd piece of information? Mm-hmm. Exactly, Malachi. That's right.
Wow. So the word anvil and altar are very similar in this language.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to ask if we're going to be smashed on it because I assume
It definitely looks like you're going to be smashed. When I say sacrifice, you don't see knives, but you see rather large chipped flint
Right.
wedges. We'll call them skull wedges.
I mean, you can ask about the flight speed of Swallow.
Yeah, what is the average flight speed of a B-team hang glider?
Many members of the B team can dance upon the head of a pin.
That's right.
What is
Give
the
me a chance
greatest
to make
rock
it be all of us.
All right. Well, one question.
Okay.
One assumes this thing has fallen to Earth. Do I recognize the beings carved in the sides?
Do you
Would I have any way of
recognize
recognizing
the beings?
He's a monster hunter. Monster. There's an S there.
You do.
Excellent.
And I will tell you what they are here in a second.
Okay.
But, B team, as you come swooping in, circling, getting closer and closer. Remember, the Ziggurat definitely seems to be crumbling. It is covered in sludge. It is covered in slime. Remember the water. The water is still contained inside. There was that massive break in the side of the Ziggurat that tossed stones, and like a chamber was emptying. And you clearly see this thing looks unstable. But Teddy, I assume you are piloting.
I would definitely be trying to do that.
So what I need from you, good sir, is a dexterity or a mind roll, whether you are trying to like calculate out the right angles or if you're just dive bombing. Which is it? I guess is the question.
I've got air vehicles with a dex.
Then roll your air vehicles, sir.
Okay, then. I mean, ultimately, I'd like to just sweep them off or get them to jump, but you know, I'll take a crash course.
Don't say crash. No, this is the wrong time for that. You told me we were gonna miss the ground.
That's right.
It was in the brochure before I got on this
We
flight.
also established that we established
11.
that Alister is the Mr. T of the party. I'm not getting on no
That
hang
checks out
glider,
on many levels.
Hannibal. Alright, what was that? Sorry, Teddy.
11.
Alright.
Landing on the pyramid is not crashing into the ground.
That is true. So here's the thing. With an 11, you can definitely get the B team over the pyramid. Everyone else will have to roll a maneuver to let go of the hang glider as it's kind of coming over the surface and land. Meanwhile, the 4 Mistwalkers are definitely getting ready to attack you as you come in. So I'm going to say, Ben, not Malachi, Reggie, tell me when to stop shuffling.
Now.
Do you want me to cut?
Do it.
All right. So, I need a maneuver roll from everyone. This will be a challenging maneuver roll, as you have got good speed, so this will be a 10.
While they're doing that,
Yes.
can Reggie, in his charming garments, shoulder ram one of these Mistwalkers?
You can. You can give me a maneuver roll yourself.
So we
Right.
had to hit a 10.
You got to hit a 12.
12.
Alright.
I'm gonna spend
Alright,
my
here we go.
Canadian slasher.
Take off, eh?
With an 8, I managed to tumble down the side of the Ziggurat.
Would you, good sir, Reggie. Would you like to spend a possibility to up that a bit?
As they say, smoke him if you've got him.
Now,
Sure.
Ben, don't forget when you roll, when you spend a possibility, that next die roll, if it's less than a 10, counts as a 10. Also, don't forget 10s and 20s explode.
Okay.
Okay.
Get my bonus 3 to take the 12.
All right. So that was a 19, so I'll take it.
So it's 19 plus whatever you rolled initially.
19 plus 8 plus 10. So 27 plus 10, 37?
37 would be a total of plus 10, or no, plus
Yep.
11 to whatever your base maneuver is.
Okay, so 21.
21? All right, we'll come back to you in a second. Teddy, what did you get? Did you hit a 12?
Oh, were you trying to? Was I supposed to be jumping off as well, or
Yes.
was I still flying this thing?
Well, it's your choice. Are you letting it like sail magnificently like the spruce goose into the night, or are you riding this thing back around?
Oh, I want to keep riding this thing around.
Okay,
so I
then
can
don't worry
knock
about the
one of
maneuver.
them off.
All right, Alister, what'd you get?
Got a 12 exactly.
All right,
18.
18. And Malachi, what did you get?
I rolled a 21. What is the add-on?
8.
Oh, true.
17.
And yes, for those who are asking if I can riffle shuffle, I can. It's just like the visual of. I see you, Mr. Furious. I appreciate it. All right. So as the three of the 5 horsemen land, tumble, and pop up sort of in unison. So Ben, nope, Reggie, not Teddy. So here's the way this works. You get up, arms bound behind your back, and you definitely shoulder one of the Mistwalkers. Now, if you hit their maneuver, you can say, I either want to give all of my allies a +2 to hit this person, or I'm going to give them a -2 to everything they do. If you beat their maneuver by 5, that's a +4 or a -4. If you beat it by 10, which you did, you get to pick +4, -4, and then you get player's choice. You get to describe anything you want to have happen to this Mistwalker, and we will go with it. So, what do? Does your shoulder causes them to hit their head and knock them out? Do you knock them over the edge of the Ziggurat? Do you have something even better?
Clearly, I would like to see this particular Mistwalker go ass over tea kettle repeatedly down the steps of the Ziggurat. All 700 steps.
Look, against all physics and laws of reality as you know them, it definitely, you guys can hear every single step crunching down, and we are going to go into initiative round. So Reggie, your hands are still bound. Your gear, is somewhere in the Ziggurat. You also know that they have been, your gear's up here because they haven't been able to access the inside of the Ziggurat because of all of the damage. You do know that they have been kind of murmuring back and forth that this thing needs to happen now. They need to corrupt the altar anvil immediately so that it doesn't fall into anyone else's hands. So just keep that in mind. There are 3 Mistwalkers. If it gets to their turn, they're going to try and sacrifice someone. Okay? All right, the first card. Oh. The first card is reversal. Heroes will go first. Villains all take 2 shock. Maneuver or taunt are the approved actions. And Reggie, as you are our everyman tonight, our point of view character for those who may be joining the Torg game tonight, if you take an approved action, and you are successful, I will give you a destiny card. You may not use destiny cards that are in your hand right now. At the end of each of your turns, you are allowed to put one of those cards into your active pool. You may also play for what is called a critical moment, where at any point you can take every card you have, put them in play and use them, and then they go away at the end of your action. So if you really want to get all of your cards in play right away, that's the way to do it. So, B team. As Shelly, Alister, Malachi, and Dogathy dismount, pop down, roll up, somewhere off on the side of the beach. There are cards going up. You can't see them from where you're at, but you assume everyone but the French judge has given you a 10 for the dismount. What are you doing?
How big is the top of this?
The top of this... the top of the Ziggurat is square, and it is 24 meters aside. You can see that there are some pillars that are rising up as if this place used to have a ceiling or maybe even just pillars to mark the passage of time. None of them are standing.
A nice pergola.
Yeah, a little pergola, maybe to put your smoker and
Law of decay, damn it.
That's right, law of decay. What do you got, Malachi?
Number of opponents and of them, which is reality rated.
All of the Mistwalkers are reality rated. And there are only 3. However, one of them is clearly much larger, is wearing a feathered headdress, gold necklaces kind of layered on top of each other, kind of cover her neck. Golden torques, and her claws have been, they seem to be somehow sharper. Even you can tell. she is bad news.
All right, so could you tell me the intimidation on the two lesser moonwalkers?
The two lesser Mistwalkers, their intimidation
Oh,
is,
yes. Moonwalking has been canceled. These are Mistwalkers.
these are Mistwalkers. Moonwalkers are completely different. Yeah,
That was so 80s.
that's right. But they all do that thing where as you come in, they kind of lean, almost like defying gravity, and then kind of stand back up. Their intimidation is 10.
Excellent. So, Dogathy
Yeah.
will multi-action to intimidate both of them.
Okay.
Ooh. I was debating yelling at them as well, so this could go really well for us.
Nah, it's a 1.
Oh.
Dogathy, you're like, get him, Dogathy. She steps forward. She kind of does that thing where she settles down on her haunches. And, well, luckily for you, you have definitely brought the bags to pick up after her. What are you doing with your action, Malachi? It's true, Alice.
Oh.
I've never run a game where anything good has happened on the top of a ziggurat.
So Malachi, as he dismounted the Ewok combat hang glider, he was prepared for a much worse dismount, so he had fumbled through his shrieking cloak and removed a small red bottle and has now drunk it.
Okay. What was in it?
Sound good.
That's for me to know and you to find out. Based
I mean,
on
that works for
success.
me.
Wait. I'll be using a possibility.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay. So at a +9, Malachi's ghost form now goes off at an outstanding success.
Now, what does that mean?
Well, that means that I am technically an ethereal being. Now.
And how is that different from how you've been playing Malachi?
Well, this time he's not just believing.
Okay,
he
he's
really
not just
is.
believing that he's ethereal.
You can have a ghost.
I cannot. I won't go into detail, but honestly, I can't be harmed by physical things.
Okay, that works for me. All right, Reggie, Shelly, Alistair, who wants to go next?
You want to get your shout on?
I was gonna say, yeah, I can toughen him up for you. So I will land, looking like a bad boss lady, unlevel my revolver, and sternly, not yelling this time, but sternly look one of them in the eye and say, "The devil stands waiting for you like a greedy, hungry lion that sees its prey and expects to have it."
That's 2 weeks in a row she's used that pistol.
That's right, I know, right?
So 4, so that gets me to a 20. It's against their willpower or spirit.
Sure it is. All right, so Shelly, this is a player's choice for your intimidation. Oh no, this is a spell, correct?
Mhm.
So this is an outstanding success. What does it do for you?
They are very vulnerable and suffer 2 shock.
They're very vulnerable, which means you guys get their defenses go down by 4, so it's much easier to hit that one Mistwalker who is like staggers back away from the altar as if visibly struck, like the wedge shaking in his hand, although he was really prepared to just chop the head off of one of the Adinos kind of laid over this thing. All right, Shelly is
Soften him up for
definitely
you.
scared that one.
Okay. Go for it.
All right. Well then, I think I'll gonna do a little bit of intervening. I will dive forward,
Okay.
place myself in between the Adenios and the person with the rock,
Yep.
and then I'm going to do a multi attack.
Okay.
I'm going to hit the one that's kind of further back from the person with the rock, and then I'm going to finish through with that strike and try and nail the one with the rock.
Go for it.
Ready? Alright, let's see what you got.
Find a fight.
That's a terrible roll. Well, that's what I got these for. There's a whole bunch of them. It's a terrible finish, team. So that's 17.
Oh, I won't. I've got it written down here. They're definitely shocked and confused. Well, I guess shocked and very vulnerable.
17. Right, so that's 19 with the -2 is 17, and that they're vulnerable, so that goes back up to 21.
All right. Well, that is a outstanding success
my
on the
favorite.
very vulnerable one, and a good success on the one that is not.
I will take it. So, Mr. Very Vulnerable. That's 8. Plus 13 is 18.
18.
Jeez.
So that's up 8, which is a wound and a shock. So they're going to spend a possibility
Of course, do it.
to try and soak it. That's a 6, so that's -4.
You can just put that one in timeout.
They're going to spend another possibility to attempt to up that. That's a 16, so that's +3. That gets them to an 11. So they will. The first one takes nothing, but 2 of its possibility have been eaten up. I know you're feel. I know you feel for them. Yeah.
Oh.
And what
can
did
I
you get
put
for the other one?
Opponent fails in.
Oh, you put opponent fails into play. Curses.
Right, so the follow-up shot only takes 1 less, so 17.
All right, so possibilities are being spent. Roll in the dice box. 6. So they soak.
Excellent.
All right, so Alister's standing, but Alister is clearly between the 2 Mistwalkers and the altar. Teddy and Reggie, who's going next?
Go for it, Reggie.
Oh, you okay? All right.
Arms bound behind your back, already taking. As you pause, like the sound, there's no sound. It's not like helicopters that come in and save you. It is the beautiful silence of Teddy's elegant design. But you do, in the midst of the battle here.
Like sweet music to my ear. All right. At this point, I will jump up on top of the this altar / anvil, and I will leap off and headbutt the Mistwalker with the necklace and the headdress.
Okay, so the priest.
Yes. As I do so, my dancer's uniform jangles.
Okay, so you are jangling.
Yes.
You don't know why they've dressed Reggie up like they have. You're assuming it's some sort of ritual. So Reggie, are you trying to like headbutt them to do damage? Are you trying to basically maneuver them into another bad situation? What is your intent here?
I suppose I'm headbutting them to do damage.
Okay. So we'll call that. All right. Go ahead and give me an unarmed combat roll.
All right. Oh, that's my
Fists are
best skill.
strength +2, yeah.
Strength.
Just strength. Okay.
Unless he's got roller.
All right.
Safe roller. That's right.
Once again, a natural 8.
Yes. Well, brave and stupid, that's Reggie.
So it's a -2. Do you want to spend a possibility?
At some point, I have to start saving these.
At some point, though. Don't
Not
worry.
today.
Today is not that day.
I'm here in a bronze bikini.
There's no 401k
Well, that is
for
a
possibilities.
No.
So a base of a 10, so a solid -1.
No. So if you
But
spend it again, what did you roll on your first roll and your second roll?
It was my first one was an 8. My second one was a 6.
So remember, anything less than a 10 counts as a 10. So you've actually rolled an 18, which is
Okay,
+5.
all right. +5. Okay, there we go. +5 plus 10, so 15.
15.
Yes.
That is good enough to hit. That is not good enough to get a bonus die of damage. What is your strength, Reggie?
Oh, let's see here. My strength is that of the Empire. But
You face not only me, but all of the Queen's Empire.
I'm really sad when he's like, my strength's an 8.
It is 6. It is my lowest skill. lowest.
Oh,
I don't have a lot of
I'm
confidence in
not
this queen.
in my element.
All right. Well, the 1 point of shock that you do is accepted by the priest, who definitely looks like she is going to bite your face off. When it comes to,
don't need it.
she's going to take your face off. Teddy, as you go to circle around, what are you doing on your hang glider?
Catching an updraft
Okay.
that will allow me. So I guess this is going to end up being a maneuver,
Okay.
since we're looking for an updraft to then catch the priest that just got tagged in the face
Mm-hmm.
to knock them off balance.
I mean, I'm just gonna it's not so much that they got it was definitely one of those times, you know, in the movie where somebody headbutts somebody and
And they
hurts
take
themselves.
damage, yeah.
That's kind
Yeah.
of what happened in this situation.
No.
I'm so sorry, Reggie, but
It was more of like I slumped against her.
that's right.
She's like,
You aggressively slouched against her,
She is
and she took
uncomfortable.
1 point of what is going on. All right,
is
so
uncomfortable.
Teddy, I'm going to make this a multi-action. So you're going to roll once, subtract 2 from whatever the modifier your bonus is, and apply
Right.
it to both air vehicles and maneuver. If you are successful, you will get a destiny card.
All right. Well, let's see how that
This
goes.
episode brought to you by the Godman. Actually, I guess all of Torg Eternity is brought to you by the Godman.
Ah,
If you boil it down.
with special guests.
That's right.
This night and this night only.
so,
Come on.
can I play
Teddy.
my hero card?
You definitely can play your hero card.
Excellent. I will play that hero card for a possibility. And then we'll burn that for another roll. Wait, is it a roll or a reroll or what?
So you'll roll the d20 again and add it
And
to
add
your
it.
first roll.
Awesome.
Now, here's the thing. With a hero card acts like a possibility, but is not one. So if you need to, you can spend a possibility on this roll as well. Also, Reggie, have you seen Dogathy? Like, we actually have, right? Now,
that's impressive.
now show Dogathy's final
That's
form.
So many eyes. Oh!
You know what? I think it will.
That's what I did last time when he showed it. I was like, oh, good lord.
Mouths everywhere.
And a regular possibility, because
Come on, Teddy. Oh, there's a mouth
this
on his
needs to be
paw?
damn good.
Oh, just
846.
Malachi, you can have an Orosh possibility. I don't know when you would use it, but you can definitely have one. Oh, I know how the corruption rules work for that. We just got out of.
Okay. So we're looking at a total adjusted value of, I need to do math now.
believe in
22
you.
on air vehicles, 21 maneuver.
All right. So here's the thing: a 21 on maneuver gets you. You can either, as you guys watch this hang glider, it turns like a lead balloon. But Teddy has mastered it in all of this, 2 minutes that he has been piloting this thing, and he swoops it around and comes in and clips the priest. Do you want to make her very vulnerable or very stymied? So very vulnerable is everyone. She has -4 to all of her defenses. Very stymied means that she has +4 to everything she's going to try and do.
Oh.
Go for the stymie.
Yeah, we're gonna go with stymie on this.
All right. All right. Well, it is now their turn. So the two Mistwalkers, who currently have a enraged Scotsman between them and what they were attempting to do, attempt to use their stone wedges to wedge open Alister's body.
Hey, good luck, boy.
Oh, what is your melee weapon defense?
Well, it's only a 17.
It's only a 17.
Well, my shield.
So I'm at.
I don't think I've ever had a defense that high.
That's what all my perks went.
That's totally fair.
All right. So that was.
Mine went into yelling at people, so you know.
Wow, even with everything that I spent 2 possibilities and they did not get a good success on you, but they both hit you. What is your toughness?
It is only an 11.
Well, you can take 4 shock as
Shock.
you are battered back and forth. As these massive flint wedges do not find purchase on your shield, but the weight at which they're being dropped is.
Stop it! This is an antique.
Oh, by the way, Teddy, your new card is leadership.
Okay.
You're doing a great job leading, Teddy. I just want to affirm your
That's
choices.
right. In the great words of one of my favorite movies, you're doing it, Teddy. All right.
I don't even know that.
You're not doing it, Peter? Let's see here. The priestess turns towards Teddy. Oh, good lord.
Oh no.
I am sorry. But she turns to you. And I gotta go to this book. She yells something in her native tongue that Reggie recognizes, and she yells, "Die!"
Oh.
She doesn't like me.
Yeah, I think she doesn't like you because you hit her with the largest, most absurd hang glider in the history of. What is your spirit or your willpower? Well, a 4's not going to do it with very stymied.
You wanted spirit or willpower?
I do.
Okay, I've got willpower at a base of 11.
All right, so she has faith at 14 and rolled a total of +1 with her very stymied. So she got to 15, which is not enough. All right, so Teddy, what is your toughness with no armor?
My toughness with no armor?
Yep.
5.
Is 5. All right, Teddy, you will take 1 wound and 2 shock as your body is just ripped with the corruptive touch of Rex Stelek, and you can your flesh starts to decay into a black and disgusting slime. Would you like to spend a possibility to soak it?
Yes.
All right.
I will do that. And my soak tests are gonna be favored.
Ooh.
Because I'm tenacious. Now the question is... oh, it's reality, that's right. Okay. Oh wow, well, I'm gonna die from this one.
Oh no.
Yeah, okay, that'll be an 8.
An 8, so you will take the wound and the 2 shock.
Okay then.
Now, everyone but Teddy needs to give me a dex check at TN 14. As you guys can see, large cracks run up the side of the Ziggurat. The altar anvil shifts a little bit as the cracks, like the Ziggurat seems unable to bear the weight. What did you get, Malachi?
I'm unaffected by gravity, so...
You are unaffected by gravity, so don't worry about it.
What do we need?
You need a 14.
Oh, got it, just.
You got it?
Yes.
Reggie, what'd you get?
Got a 7.
You got a 7? All right, Alistair, what'd
His
you
hands
get?
are bound and he's wearing.
Let's see. So I also got a 7.
Okay,
Oh, no.
so, part of the top of the ziggurat gives away, and the altar, 3 of the 6 Lenala adherents, Reggie and Alistair, go falling into the ziggurat. Reggie, Alistair, you take 2 more shock as you land in a large, like you fall into darkness, the light of the sun kind of creating this shaft or this well of sunlight that leads down into, you can see where you fall past several levels and finally hit the water. Like, it's deep enough that Reggie, even with your hands bound, Alistair, much more graceful.
Oh yeah, well I landed on Reggie.
That's right, you landed on Reggie. Reggie breaks your fall, and the water breaks Reggie's fall. A man in a kilt and a man in a bikini go falling into a pit in front of you. Just tossing that out there. However, as you guys, the water here is warm enough and buoyant enough that you guys are able to kind of kick back to the surface, and the 3 Lenala adherents also manage to kind of kick to the surface. You have this single shaft of light that's kind of illuminating this large area underneath the ziggurat. The next card is I could not have good cut, Ben. They strike. Villains go first. Heroes will be fatigued.
Yep.
Maneuver is the approved action. We're going to start up top. Oh, hold on. I got to roll for my priest and my 2 Mistwalkers. Okay, now you can't roll under a 10. They're fine. So they're still up top with Malachi, who is inured to gravity. Shelley, who stands firmly on the rock of her beliefs. And Teddy, who is flying around on a hang glider. So they are going to... I can't attack Malachi with with physical weapons. So she turns to you, Malachi, and she says the same word that she said to Teddy. Ooh. This is why ziggurat diving was banned at the Olympics. Well done. What is your willpower, Malachi?
Oh, my willpower is 12.
I'll spend a possibility to get that a little higher. All right, so that is an outstanding success on the
Now,
kill spell.
All of my defenses are +4. I should have said that because of ghost form. But
Okay, so what is your total?
16.
16.
So let's 16.
So that's 37. 47 is a +13. I think I still have an outstanding success.
Yeah, you do.
I'm sorry. You are very vulnerable. What is your toughness sans armor?
Oh, that would be a 6.
As this spell just kind of rips into you, Malachi, you will take 2 wounds and 4 shock. Would you like to soak?
Oh yes, I most certainly will so. I will spend a possibility to do so. And that will give me I rolled a 12, which is a 0, but my that's on my spirit.
Yes. Reality, yep.
So that's a 10, so a standard success.
Standard success, so that will reduce it by 1 wound, it will reduce it to 1 wound and no shock. Assuming that miracle affects you, Malachi, it's just physical weapons that don't affect you, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
So I, instead of taking this, I will spend a second possibility to not take any, hopefully.
Okay. Shelly, what's your melee defense?
10.
10?
Yes.
All right, so the bad news is that one of these guys takes the wedge and brings it down on your right shoulder.
Okay.
For what's your toughness with armor? This will be a.
Are these supernatural evil?
Yes, they are.
13.
Oh, well, look at that. All right, so 8, 9. So you will take a wound and 2 shock from this. The other one kind of lumbers towards you, and one of the rocks shifts under his feet, and you can see his eyes kind of roll up to the rock as he goes tumbling off, and he goes falling into the pit, but not gracefully, landing on his own wedge when he hits the water. Reggie, as you pop up out of the water, you see the Sedinos cut in half by his own rock, and a mishap.
Well, that was.
I soaked with a 16.
All right, so you take no wounds and no shock.
Sweet. Okay.
Now here's the thing, Reggie, as you surface and you see this grotesque outpouring of entrails into the water, some might say to both Alister and Reggie that it's chumming the water.
Oh no.
And you definitely see something large
Ugh.
swim underneath you. And it pops up. I'm going to need Alister, give me even or odd. If I roll the same thing that you pick, Reggie is the target. If I roll opposite of what you pick, you are the target.
I will take odd.
Well, I rolled a 2, so you are the target. You are the target of the Plesiosaurus.
Oh, good.
I think I said that correctly. It is the large, long-necked dinosaur that has flippers for arms and legs that swims in the water. And it comes up, Reggie, you see it come up and try and pull Alister down under the water. It is taking a multi-action to both maneuver and it rolls a 2.
Wah, wah.
Possibility. It's a 9. Come on, dice. Come on.
Look,
All right, so
We
straight.
tamed the Loch Ness monster and stuck it in a lake. This is nothing.
What is your unarmed defense?
My unarmed defense is a 12.
Is a 12, so it will hit,
Oh,
but no bonus damage because I can't roll higher than a 9 tonight.
it's still gonna hurt.
So, what's your toughness, sir? 11. So you'll take a wound and 2 shock, and will become. We'll make you vulnerable.
Ready? I will go ahead and try and soak that.
All right.
So I don't care much for wounds. Base possibility agrees. So that's a 14, so that's almost a good success.
Yep, 14 will get you, reduce it to nothing. 1 wound and 2 shock. All right, heroes, you get to go maneuver is the approved action, and you all take 2 fatigue.
What's 2 fatigue mean?
2 shock.
2 shock.
Your fatigue, sorry, 2 shock.
Unless you got fatiguing armor, then you take more.
That's correct.
I think I do.
All right, who would like, Reggie, you are bobbing in the water.
do,
The
so I'll
four,
take 3
the
then.
4 adherents of Lanala are just, basically,
Do I take 3
like,
then?
very frantically and high-pitchedly chanting prayers to their goddess. They actually have actions that they will take, but I'm going to let all of the heroes go first. Who would like to go first?
Is there any like land or ledge, an
You
outcropping?
you can definitely swim towards the ledge and try and get yourself out of the water.
Okay.
You gonna dolphin kick your way over?
I was just about to say, how are my bonds right now after being dropped into?
Here's the thing. You can multi-action, and one of them can be a strength check to try and free yourself.
But we know strength
Oh,
is
no.
not your strong
I was gonna
suit.
say.
There's that vaunted English strength right there.
That's
They brought Highlanders for a reason. Take my knife, you genius.
Why don't you let Alister go first and cut you free as part of a multi-action?
Well,
Wait.
let's see. I think the recover action is going to force me to abort my turn, so I'm going to take the recover action.
Okay. And that will
Give me
let
2
you.
shock plus a bonus die because I am able to shake it off.
Awesome.
Oh, there's 5.
And does anyone have fatiguing armor? Is anyone wearing fatiguing armor?
Me.
So you will take an extra point. You will take whatever the fatigue value I think it is as
No.
extra.
I don't know what the fatigue value is.
Yeah, it's 1 extra, so you'll take a total of 3.
Okay, great.
This bikini is of a particularly weighty make?
Are you wearing fatiguing armor as well?
I don't know.
we're gonna call it no.
Because there's so little of it.
Yeah. All right. So Ben, I will let you make a dex or a strength check to try and slip free of your bonds.
Oh well, I'm better at dexterity, so I'm going to try and, with my delicate wrists, I shall attempt to free myself.
Of course you have delicate wrists.
So easy
That
as
was
piano
a
playing.
natural 1.
Oh,
Oh no!
you are definitely.
He's going to slit his delicate wrist on that knife.
All right. So Ben, on a natural 1,
Burn those dice.
you start to disconnect. You have a mishap, and your mishap is that as you struggle to get your wrists free, you are definitely spreading all of the Adinos guts, making you the most attractive target to the dinosaur on its next
It would be
action. In
used
fact,
up
it
on
will.
the
You are vulnerable to the dinosaur's attack.
One assumes that in this particular garb I have been attractive this entire time.
Yeah, you're essentially like a fly, not like a buzzing fly, but the one that you use for fishing. You're brightly, you're metallic, you're reflecting the light, and you're moving around in what can only be assumed is a prey-like fashion. And so when you are swallowed by the dinosaur, we will all know why. All right, so that's everyone on the lower level. Actually,
Don't worry, he's weaker from the inside.
that's right.
What are you
And
doing?
when I saw that movie and they said that, and everyone's like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, said every GM for the
That's
history.
you right there, Shelley.
Yeah, that is Shelley.
Which is
Sort of.
I mean,
All
not
right,
too
who
far
is
out.
going up top?
Okay.
Shelley, Teddy, and Malachi.
I feel like we need to get rid of the priestess, right?
That's probably a good call.
Yeah.
Okay. Teddy, unless you have something brilliant and inspired, I will attempt to call down hellfire on the priestess.
You do that.
Okay, great. I'm going to attempt to call down hellfire on the priestess.
All right.
Okay. That is a 17 against her dodge or dex.
A 17 against her dodge or dex.
Yes.
Also, I would like to point out, Ben, the other thing that you did notice is that I never told you.
Oh,
As
yeah.
you're falling, kind of going, oh, yeah, I have seen those before. You know that they seem to be creatures that, at least from your limited lore that you know of, you don't know much about them. You know that any reference to them has been sort of expunged from Oros, yet monster hunters kind of share their name in hushed whispers. The Akashans. Somehow, they are related to how the Gaunt Man was able to create the Nightmare and Dim Threat trees, but no one knows how. No one knows anything more but a name and a few scraps and whispers. So, Shelley, her dodge or dex, you said?
Mm-hmm.
I got a 10. What do you got?
17.
That'll be a good success.
Excellent. So that's 13 fire damage. Yes.
How much is she for that? Oh, good success.
What spell are you using?
17.
Hellfire.
So it would be the whatever the outstanding.
Outstanding is, so the skill is Faith 14.
Yep, and then it should tell you what the base damage of Hellfire is.
Yeah, 13.
And then you get a bonus die, correct?
Correct. we
Yep,
did.
there you go. Her tough, you're already up 1 because her toughness is only 12.
What are you
Well, I was
do?
going to throw a supporter if you get another die for it.
Oh.
Because that would take her from a 17 to a 20.
Yeah,
right?
that would take her from a
That
17 to a 20, so she get 2 bonus dice.
This is one of those, when I'm flopping for Reggie, I accidentally knock a piece of guts up.
Ooh,
It
that's
just
a
lands right up in her face and she's batting it away.
So 8 plus 11. So 24 points of fire damage total. The fires of hell are my
So-
friend.
So that's 2 wounds and 4 shock. She is going to attempt to soak. 12, 11 is 0.
Mhm.
So that would right now she's at 1 wound and no shock. She's going to spend another possibility.
Now you do
Jim, I would like to play opponent fails.
So she takes. All right, I see. You guys are all conspiring against me now. So she goes to try and pull reality around her in a new way in order to survive Shelley's hellfire, and fails. She is completely consumed in the disco inferno of your.
Burn, baby, burn.
What does it look like?
I'm gonna say, because Shelley is so enraged by the circumstances and the fact that some of her group right now seem to be incompetent, that the flames burn white hot with her rage.
Okay, the gold sort of melts. Reggie, you see this this small rivulet of melted gold just kind of sizzle in front of you, and that combined with the priestess of Lenala, the adherents of Lenala, two of them kind of come up on either side of you, and you feel very refreshed. You recover 2 shock.
Ooh.
You recover no shock, but they do use their claws to free your arms, Reggie.
I mean, could I
Bravo!
kick Reggie's gun down too?
You can kick Reggie's gun down too.
Oh, he's gonna miss it.
No, I'm not
go
gonna make
straight
this
to
a
the
roll.
bottom.
Sort of like
frustration.
Bedivere throwing Excalibur back into the lake. Shelley kicks the Lance of St. George, right? If I remember correctly, that's what you call your rifle.
Yep, that's it.
And with a powerful kick, Reggie jumps up and grabs it.
Because now you can slay the dragon with the Lance of St. George.
Teddy,
Gotcha.
you are up.
Who else do we have on top?
There's one minion, isn't there, or did he kill himself?
There is one Mistwalker left who is currently rethinking all of the decisions in his life which led him to this point. That's right.
I'll take the multi-action for the
Season issue.
maneuver an air vehicle
Okay.
Go.
to knock him off the top.
All right. Go ahead and give me the roll.
Disco Inferno. No, that's stuck in my head.
You're welcome, Maddie. That earworm is now in your brain.
It's now apparently mine.
And everyone
Yes.
else.
And
It's
everyone else.
probably. This could be good. This could be bad.
Maybe
I
something
kind of
good.
think we kind of need it.
That's like every plan Teddy comes up with.
That's right.
It's a cost benefit analysis. I get it.
I agree
get
with
it.
Grey March that we need to
Uh,
clip that line of Shelley saying "Hellfire, fires of hell are my friend," and then send it to me so I could make that whenever Maddie
It's gonna be the
texts me.
ringtone.
Yeah. The fires of hell are my friend.
Is this where I invoke
Leave
the
that
law
up,
of
Jeff.
decay?
If you would like to invoke the law of decay, you could.
Are you kidding? You should add that as your.
I think I will.
Okay, so the whole this is your last use of the hang glider, as it kind of comes apart, but everyone will get 3 possibilities.
Ooh.
Oh no, each player has to lose something valuable.
Okay.
Oh.
What is? We're going to start with Teddy. Teddy, what do you lose?
Valuable here.
Yeah.
Valuable here is going to be the multi-tool that was required to make this thing.
Oh, so it slips out of your pocket and falls into the lake, never to be seen again. All right, so you get 3 possibilities.
Okay, you can say if this is valuable enough or not, but I feel like for Shelley this is very valuable. The bottom half of her shirt.
Okay, so it's just kind of like
Yes.
so we're going into like the
Yeah. She is.
Shelley
very
is showing
valuable.
midriff.
Right.
3 possibilities, Alister.
I'm going to lose my silver dagger.
Okay. All right. As you watch, it kind of tarnishes and just decays away as you can feel kind of this churning presence of both life and entropy. Ben, what happens with you?
I assume that my bikini is not in fact one of my actual possessions?
I mean, if you would like it to be one of your actual possessions, I would just say for the rest of the episode, you stay in the water.
I was, well then I shall, in turn, lose my monster hide duster,
Okay.
forcing me to continue to wear this garb for the remainder of my time in
Here.
Shelly is
Land.
so uncomfortable. Also, sidebar, Shelly's ripped.
Oh yeah, no, she's totally ripped. So Malachi, what you have missed is, Shelly destroyed the priest with white hot hellfire. Teddy is in the middle of an action, but he played the law of decay. So Teddy lost his multi-tool. Reggie lost his monster hide duster. Shelly's midriff is now exposed, and she is ripped. That's what we've established. And Alistair lost his silver dagger. If you want to lose something, you get 3 possibility. What would you like to lose? And once Teddy finishes his action, it will be your turn.
Your dignity doesn't count.
Oh man, I already lost my monocle
last
on
piece
this
of it.
mission. Oh, you know what? I do have something that I never use that I can lose. Malachi has a coach gun in
He
case
does
he
have a
needs
coach
to
gun.
blast someone in the face with a shotgun. And I will, yeah, I'll take a loss on that. Sure.
All right, so you all have 3 possibilities. Teddy, go ahead and finish your roll, and then Malachi, you will be up. There may not be one left.
All right. So, of the possibility that we gained, I'm gonna burn 1 for another roll.
Okay.
Phantom, do we need to get you some new dice?
What?
Do we need to get you some new dice?
No. I'm just making sure I got numbers in order to pull this craziness off.
Okay, great. I mean, there's only
Because I
2
think that's,
ones.
what's necessary, right? Air vehicles 20, maneuver 19.
Nice.
All right, a maneuver of 19 is a good success against these people. Do you have any cards that you could play to get you to a 20, and then you would have dealer's or player's choice?
How would I? Why is there a number on that now?
Yeah,
That's-
there could be cards in play. If you have a card in play, that would let you give you like a +3 to an action. Otherwise, you could make this guy very vulnerable or very stymied.
Well,
I have
you
a
know
card.
what?
I have a card
I think
to
I
trade
have a
as well.
way.
You think you have a way?
I have a way of getting one of those.
Okay.
I can. Can I use my leadership card?
Leadership.
It allows for you to play into our pools and then redraw.
Yeah, it allows you to play into
Yeah,
somebody
so you
else's
dump all
pools
your
and
cards
draw,
into ones.
so you wouldn't be able to play those cards. Malachi can trade you a card.
Sure. What do we got?
That's a +3 to whatever you're doing as an action card.
Do you want leadership, alertness, or maelstrom?
Alertness, please.
All right then.
All right, so you have player's choice. What would you like to have happen to this Mistwalker?
Oh. This thing gets taken by the nose of the glider
Okay.
and just lifted off and dropped.
Oh, and dropped. Okay. You guys do hear that strange crunching noise as that guy is still falling. All right, Malachi. You look around. There are 3 wide-eyed adherents of Lenala. There is Shelly. Teddy is going for another loop, and there's this giant hole in the middle of the Ziggurat, and you can see Reggie and Alistair swimming, and there is something moving in the water.
It's big. It's real big.
Oh, Reggie. Or sorry, not Reggie. The other Teddy. You get supporter as a new card. All right, Malachi.
Okay, JN.
I'm not falling for any of your tricks anymore, Ben. I've upped my defense. I spent
So while I
GMXP.
while I am not affected by gravity,
Yep.
I can now float at my movement speed. So, do I need to rush to reach the brackish water filled with a plesiosaur?
I'm going to say you do. They fell at least 3 stories. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. So for me to get there, I'll have to rush a floating ghost rush, and
I feel like floating ghost rush would be like an energy drink for storm nights. Pop open a floating ghost rush. Recover 1 bonus die of shock.
Well, I was planning on using my ghost powers in more Patrick Swayze way, but I guess it's not going to work out that way.
Invoke Patrick
So-
Swayze always.
That's right. You get behind the dinosaur, and the 2 of you like sculpt
some nice pottery.
a vase.
Oh, Anvil's pottery. I had hopes. So anyway, I'm 3 meters away from the top of the water at a rush.
Okay.
So I'm
perfect.
going to be down 2.
Yep.
And I am going to use. I'm going to release Unholy Terror.
Oh.
Terror is the move. So what is the spirit of the plesiosaur?
The spirit of the plesiosaur is 10. Teen.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. All right.
It's 11.
It's sort of just average.
Just imagining just a little ghost going, boo.
Oh my God.
Snuck up on me.
Okay. So 29. Where's that? Is a plus.
29 is plus 9.
It's a plus 9.
Mhm.
So that's yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna yeah. I am gonna hit you with a 19. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take my just a regular possibility. And so that'll make it a 39, which is an 11, which should do it. That should take us to 31. Is that what I said?
That is an outstanding
No,
success.
21.
21, still an outstanding success. I agree with Alamo Arts. Malachi's going to make this dinosaur go extinct again. I like that. You can have a possibility there.
All right, so that he immediately takes 4 points of shock and loses its next turn.
4 points of shock and loses its next turn. I don't like that. All right.
Oh,
So
it's also very stymied, but I guess if it doesn't have a turn, what's it matter?
I appreciate that. All right, that's the end of this round. New card. You can't stop me. Heroes go first. Villains are fatigued. Intimidate and trick are the approved actions.
Okay, so there's no one.
Oh, also I need a dexterity roll from everyone who is not on a hang glider
So just me?
or flying ethereally. No, because rocks are falling on top of the people in the pit.
Oh.
You're trying not to fall. You guys are trying not to get hit as the ziggurat is crumbling around you.
What do we need to hit?
That's
You
classic.
still need you need a 14. Those in the water only need a 10. Don't get hit by the falling rocks.
Well,
You said that after he failed.
You have 3
got it.
possibilities. You may want new ones. You may want to spend them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and reroll. Spend 1 possibility to do something about that natural 3.
Yeah, that's a good call then.
Okay, if you roll a 1 on a possibility,
It still counts as a 10. Yeah, you cannot mishap on a possibility.
Okay, 14. So, all right. So +1 to my dexterity. That's not great.
19.
Hopping back, Shelley maintains
I got
her
moves for
footing
days.
on top of the ziggurat. Teddy doesn't know what all the fuss is about. Neither does Malachi. What did you get, Reggie?
11.
That is good enough to not get hit by large rocks. Alistair,
It's 13.
13? All right, you guys managed to swim around as the rocks are falling. You can see that. So Malachi, what does your terror miracle look like, or your terror spell?
Oh,
Boogie, 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 boogie.
as I approach the water in a very Greg Louganis double half pike towards the water, I
dove in
at 3
college. I know what you're
meters
talking
right
about.
above the water. I go spread eagle,
Yeah.
and the shrieking cloak flies out, and Dogathy sits atop my head and does sort of a Cthulhu tentacle face thing,
Okay.
and that's like because it's a dinosaur. It doesn't understand. I can't talk to it, but it knows we are clearly a more of an alpha predator.
Yeah, no. You're not sure whether it's his spell or just Malachi in general, but I'm definitely stealing this from the chat. It definitely turns the plesiosaur into a please, oh no god, no a saur. And it just stands there, like it floats there in trance, still vaguely aware of that tasty, chum-covered morsel that is Reggie. But oh, that's a good point. Hey, wait a second. You're gonna have to redo your description because Dogathy falls through you, doesn't she?
Oh no, she floats too. Little floaty baby.
All right. So heroes go first. Intimidate or trick are your actions, and the dinosaur will not get a turn this turn. You're gonna be fine. By the way, the dinosaur is large, so you all get +2 if you attack it.
I'll take large.
But it can't drown.
It cannot drown. It is immune to being drowned, just as you're sort of immune to taking in too much oxygen. So, who would like? By the way, Teddy, you have no clue what's going on inside the Ziggurat
Yeah,
because
I don't have a clue.
who would like to go?
I'll go ahead and give this one a stab. So I'm going to go ahead and do a multi-action.
Stab the wee beastie.
I'm going to kind of reflect some of the light off of the plesiosaur to trick it. It's
Okay.
being confused as to what's more weird.
Yeah,
Which really, Malachi's always the answer.
yeah.
But-
It's got 2 brains, and you have officially confused both of them.
Yeah. But the idea is to get it even less aware of Reggie.
All right.
And then I am going to do a vital shot,
Okay.
trying to stab this thing in the eye.
All right. Well, I will let you know that it, despite what you may be assuming about this dinosaur, its trick is only 8. So,
That's why I was attempting 8.
That's right.
Are you wounded?
You.
Okay.
Alright, so let's see. Die roll to rule them all. That's a terrible start. That's what those are for. That's a terrible finish. That's what that card's for. So I need to make this work. Alright, so let's see. 7, 28. Because my trick is not really that great. But 17.
17 is you are 1 short of a outstanding success.
That's fine by me.
Okay,
So
you
I want-
want to make it very vulnerable?
I want to make it very well.
All
Don't
right.
have anything I can bump you with.
Ah, wait, I got a +2. No, I don't.
That's on the attack.
It's on
yeah.
the attack. Because I forgot it's not really vulnerable. So, it's vulnerable now. Alright, so it's a -6 for the -6 for the -6 for the vital attack.
Yep, you'll do +4 damage.
So that's basically a -4. 8, 19.
Did you include, so you get the +2, and you are only trying to get a 9 with its vulnerability.
Got it, 19. So.
Alright, you have an outstanding success, and you are up 4 damage.
All right, and I'm going to go ahead and spend spend my shock for the extra bonus die because I can.
I started with a ton of possibilities tonight, and this is all I have left in my beta clearance pool. Yeah, I know you feel so bad for me, Maddie.
Hey,
I mean, I feel bad because I know you're trying.
I don't even look at the dice. That's a lot of. I keep hearing.
Those explode.
and that's a 1, so I'm going to reroll it because I'm a trademark weapon.
You do have a trademark weapon.
5, 10, 15, 18, 28, 31.
That's a big stab.
Oh wait, +4, 35.
Carry the 1.
Carry the 1. So that's 4 wounds and 8 shock, and I get to spend 1 to attempt a soak. Good thing that its spirit is 10 and has no adds reality. I must spend 1 to turn that 4 into something hopefully higher. Right,
So we're now down to 1 possibility.
I am down to 1 possibility. So it will soak 2 wounds of the 4. So you will do 2 wounds to it.
Excellent.
Nice.
Alistair, what does it look like?
Oh
It
no.
has 2 wounds.
All right, so again, it's kind of flopping stupid.
Yeah, it's totally enthralled
And
with the Malachi.
But
Does the water get warmer?
A little bit.
But I kind of shine that light in that classic, and then it's like that animal brain takes over and it just snaps over to try and snap at the white light, and I just point my sword at it and just.
Yeah, right through the eye, Reggie. You can see the thing starts to fall down into the darkness beneath. I need you to give me a quick, give me a find roll, Reggie. All right, it slides off of your you have a
Basket.
basket hilt. Yeah,
broadsword.
it slides off. I mean, it's chunky. And, yeah,
Dip
you
it
gotta
in the
dip it in the water.
Find roll would be.
Is mind?
Yeah, it uses mind.
Okay, mind. Okay. 20.
All right, so roll again.
Finally. 13. So,
You found it.
A 33 is
33.
plus 10 to your mind.
all right, my mind is 7. What am I? Nestle gift.
But hey, that's a 17. As you kind of look around, the gold on the surface of the water, as it sort of briefly hardens before the wake of this creature falling into the water kind of breaks it up, reminds you, oh crap, the anvil. And as you look down, you can see it's sinking, and it's about 10 meters below you.
How heavy is that thing?
Heavy enough that you're probably going to want to spend possibilities to try and drag it up.
Especially
Okay.
you.
Especially.
You probably have all realized in my state of undress that I'm apparently like a very skinny, weak creature underneath all this.
It was really the duster and the gun.
That's right.
And the
exactly.
duster's gone. And so.
All right.
Alright.
I guess.
Reggie, do you have any cards in your pool?
I unfortunately have not. I should have.
You should
I
have
could-
2 cards in your pool, so go ahead and put 2 in your pool. Like, I'll allow
Okay.
it.
I have willpower, and I have. Go ahead. Did you want?
I was just going to say, I have an alertness, and I could give it to you, and you could play it, and it would tell you the best possible way for us to get that anvil out of there. And I'm betting if we could shoot a rope up to the hang glider that's flying around up top, it wouldn't hurt.
All right. I will take it.
All
Do I
right,
have
well,
to trade card or?
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
all right,
I'll
so,
take your willpower.
all right, so you give him your willpower, you get the alertness. All right, so Reggie, eyes looking around, catching glimpses of things in shadows from the shaft of sunlight that's falling. That is it's really weird. It's falling through Malachi. That guy's always giving you the heebies, but now you also get the jeebies. But you can see there are several large clusters of vines that have kind of grown into the rock of the Ziggurat, which is one of the reasons it's so fragile. You're pretty sure.
Oh no.
You're pretty sure that one right over there, a clean shot would cause the rocks to fall, swing down into the water, and you could probably write it down to get to the anvil. It'd be a multi-action, and it'd be a called shot, but I think you could do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
All right. I shoulder while treading water. I shoulder the lance of St. George.
All right. So it's
fire.
one roll, Ben.
All right.
So you're gonna roll one time. Get all the possibilities you want on it.
Okay.
Your final number -2. Your bonus -2 is what you're going to apply to both your shot and the maneuver roll to get to the anvil. All
Okay.
right? So go ahead and give me the roll. Another natty 20 would be good right now.
Yeah, it would. But it's a 5.
So possibility.
Yeah, which I've got 3 left, so going for another one. That's a 14, so a total of 19. I'm probably gonna need a little more.
Do you have any other cards that you can spend?
I suppose I could do Lob Decay, but that would just give me more.
Possibilities. You can only spend one possibility on an item. Does anyone have a card to trade with Reggie? What do you got, Malachi?
Critical moment. Critical moment. Whatever he has, you can play them all.
Do you have any cards in your hand that are not in your pool that would help you in this case?
I have. Yeah, it's true. I suppose I could.
Supporter.
Okay. I have Lob Decay. I have a Tune, so play a Cosm card, or play to draw a Cosm card. I have a Master Plan, so pick up any Destiny card just played or discarded.
Oh, Ben, you could definitely do that. You could pick up a hero that's in
There
the
you
discard
go.
pile and will act as another possibility to add on top of that.
All right, let's do it.
So play for critical moment. All right, go ahead and give me another possibility roll on top of that.
Okay, so that was 19.
You're at 19.
Come on. That's a 12, so that's basic math skills. Don't fail me now. That's a 31.
31, so at -2 is +8. So let's start with your shot.
Okay.
What is your ranged, or what is your fire combat?
Missile weapons is going to be.
No, fire combat. Missile weapons
Fire
is
combat.
like,
Okay,
yeah.
so that's 12.
So 12.
So-
So that's a 20. All
Okay.
right. Alister, as you are wiping the blade, you see Reggie for some reason bring up the Lance of St. George. It echoes throughout the interior of the Ziggurat. Several more blocks fall just from the sound
Whoa.
of the crack. But it hits this large group of rocks that are connected by vines. It comes swinging down, and against all odds, Reggie grabs it and tries to ride it down into the depths of the water. Reggie, what is your base maneuver?
My base maneuver is 10.
10, so that's an 18. All right, so you
21
guys see
for
Reggie
supporter.
bubbling up, little air bubbles. Oh, he rides it down, and he has grabbed the. He doesn't need the supporter. I mean, you are welcome to play
Okay.
it if you. Okay, he grabs the altar and the rocks, but is definitely he's not descending anymore, but he's definitely not ascending. So what do you guys do? We are out of combat rounds.
All right.
I will say the hang glider lift idea, we'd have to see how well you rolled on that, because that would be really difficult to get the hang glider to kind of ramp up and lift something up out of the pit.
All right. Well, I'm gonna grab hold of the vines
Okay?
and say, "All right, Reggie, I stand corrected. You can hit the inside of the building from inside of it." And I'll start hoisting him up.
Okay, you're gonna try and
Just hoist on the vine to pull him up.
okay. Go ahead and give me a straight strength roll. Shelly, you can see where these vines are attached if you want to try and help.
Sure, yeah.
Malachi, what do you got? What do you want to try to do to help here?
Dogathy, Malachi is ethereal and not very strong, but Dogathy will try to help with the vines.
All right, go for it.
Scratch it in one of its 7 mouths.
No, so the way this will work, who is the best strength? And then you guys
You're
get
just
to
gonna
you
add
add
bonuses.
you have to roll. You just get to add a
Damn
plus
it, I
2
just
to.
wasted a natural 20.
Oh, I'm
Sorry, JD.
I'm sorry.
You're wasting my roll.
My assist would be a +3 because I got to a 16.
Oh yeah, what did you get? You got a natural 20.
Yeah, so let me keep rolling. Another natural 20! Anybody have glory? Because I'm up to 40. Ooh,
If
no,
Maddie
it's gone.
glories, I'm going to forbid her from playing in the BT. I'm just kidding.
Okay, so 46. So that's a plus 13 to my strength of 9.
All right, so
So
I'm going to give you a
22.
total of +6 to your roll there, Alistair. As
All right.
Shelly, as you look up, Shelly, ripped mid-drift exposed, is aiding you, and Dogathy's just kind of like multiple mouth conveyor belt. It's weird. Don't think too hard about it.
You know, in the most prudish way possible, that's the sexiest thing I think I've ever seen.
Well, and like the non-Euclidean help from Dogathy is really. You feel your sanity shredding as you look up.
Oh no, that's what redeeming right there. I'm like, okay.
That's a lot of dice.
It is 30.
There's a lot of explosions over.
60 on the dot.
Dang, does anybody have a glory?
Does anyone have a glory?
If that leadership card is played, you can refill for a whole hand and hope for it.
Do it.
Okay,
Do
sure.
All right.
I'll bring that.
All right.
I'll give
so you get to
Reggie supporter.
All right. What
and,
else do you have in there?
I've got Maelstrom, which I'm gonna give to oh my god.
Malachi.
The other
Shelly?
Ben, yeah, Malachi.
All right.
It
So
sounds
I'm
like one of his tricks.
Top 2 cards go into your hand. Or no, you refill the whole.
Whole thing.
Whole thing.
So how many cards do you need to get to 4? All 4?
All 4 of you.
Come on. Come on.
All right. Here we go. You have drama,
Yeah.
idea,
Uh-huh.
flurry,
Uh-huh.
and rally.
Dang it.
So close.
Wait a minute. What's Raleigh do? That I think that refills all the hands or refills the
All
cards.
players may discard as many cards as they wish from their hands and refill immediately.
Yes, please.
Do you want to play for a critical moment there, Theo?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna we'll start with Alistair because he went first. How many cards are you discarding and how many do you need?
I need 4, please.
Good lord. All right, flurry, adrenaline, glory, and hero.
Well, look at what I have here. And I'm going to do my moment of, there you go, moment of crisis, and there it is.
All right, so what does this glory look like, Alistair?
All right. So, since we're saving an Eternity Shard
You are.
from the brackish water,
You are.
and I'm pulling this scrawny Englishman,
Yeah.
dripping wet with a rifle, looking very proud of himself.
Oh, he looks glorious.
Right, I'm rising from the waters atop this block.
You are holding onto an
Can we
anvil.
just get Wrecking Ball to play right now?
That's
like
right.
Neptune
If we had
rising
it.
from the depths.
That's
of
right.
my-
Reggie did come in like a wrecking ball.
And then that red and blue energy kind of breaking off of the water, illuminating off of all the gold inside the Ziggurat, and it just stops shaking.
You can see as they strike it, everything seems more real. You can hear the sounds of howls of T-Rexes outside. And you guys, I'm going to say with the glory, you are able to make it out and back to the corpse flower with no issues.
And that's another long-laid plan, completely ruined.
I will say that's the second glory the B team
Yeah.
has pulled out.
B team is
So,
Glory per cosm.
all right. So, how do you guys get back to? I'm gonna let you guys narrate this. How do you guys get back to the corpse flower with this anvil?
Well, how many ATVs? We had like 3 or 4 ATVs, right?
You had 3,
We used
and you
2.
used 2.
So. do
We
use one
go
to drag the
back
altar?
to the other one. I then rig a
Yes.
I rig a
Travoy.
raft around it,
Okay.
so it sits on the raft with the wheels poking through. So when we drive, it actually spins. The wheels end up being the paddles.
All right.
So we made a duck tour.
Yeah, you made a duck tour kind of, and you don't have to fly anymore, so I'm sure Alistair is on board with this. All right, well, several days later, you guys find yourself, after making it back to the Corpse Flower and Captain Jemias takes you back to a core Earth port on the southern edge of what was once California. And you end up flying, cross country, and you find yourself standing on the USS Reagan, the headquarters of the Delphi Council, before Sebastian Quinn, who's looking at this altar. He's looking at the 5 of you, back to the altar, the anvil, back to you. Well, I saw the report, both of what you all did, and he looks right at Malachi, and about the safe house incident. But this, we've had agents in the field for over a year, looking for this, among other things. If you guys want it, it puts you square with the Delphi Council. I can make it so that all of that trouble goes away. Put you back in the field as an official team of Storm Knights. What do you say?
Well, as exciting as sleeping on straw mats and finding places to hang out where people don't automatically want to stab me with something, although that is kind of fun. I can't speak for them, but I wouldn't mind being brought back into the fold.
All right, Shelly, Reggie, Teddy. We're gonna leave Malachi for last because he's glaring at me, so I assume that means Malachi has a plot.
What's his name?
Shelly?
I'm gonna let the other gentleman answer.
Okay. Teddy, Reggie, are you back into being official?
Reggie, go.
That can has been kicked down the road quite a bit.
My Scottish friend, it would be rather nice not to be a outlaw or fugitive. However, I would say that should we be put back in the field, my only stipulation would be that these fine gentlemen are with me.
Shelly looks around like, what?
Yeah, and lady.
And lady.
Well, I have Quinn leans on the desk. Well, I have a stipulation too. I'm gonna need you to put some pants on if you want to continue to fight the High Lords today.
Well, watch it, lad.
Or a kilt. I'd be fine with a
Alright,
kilt.
alright.
This Living Land bikini does
Or
nothing.
speed.
All right, so Teddy, that's Reggie and Alister are signing back up with the Delphi Council. Are you in or are you out?
You see, that's a really good question about whether I'm in or I'm out, because I really got this hot date up going on tonight, and it's just blowing my mind how much time I have to take off for this in order to do that. Or maybe I have to go and ignore that, and then it's never gonna happen ever again. And
Listen,
whoever wants to see Kath,
you
so
definitely.
sure, why not?
Okay. Quinn was about to say something, but you agreed, so he shuts his mouth. Shelly?
Shelly has closed her mouth duster over herself, so she is sweating profusely, I'm assuming indoors on a boat. Shelly will opt to remain with the group.
Okay.
It is the will of the group. It is the will of...
Malachi?
You're not good, madam. Of course you're joining us.
Four of the horsemen are in. What say, or not the horsemen, 4 of the B team are in. What says the 5th?
I shall never forget what happened, and you, Queen Sebastian, shall rue the day you turned against Malachi Monkishpaw. But these people would die without me. So, yes, I will go wherever they go. And honestly, I haven't eaten so well when I am not with these people. In fact, it's terrible when I'm not with these people.
All right. Well, take some time off, regroup. I've got to oversee a mission in Pan Pacifica. I need to get this to the horsemen. But with that, the B team finds themselves reinstated with the Delphi Council. Does this mean that they will keep it? Does this mean this is the end of the B team? Of course not. The B team is a fan favorite of mine, and it seems to be that way with the chat. So I promise you there will be more B teams this year. But now for my special announcement. Next week, we will be doing a prelude to the next Horseman arc. A one-shot set in Pan Pacifica with several special guests as they run to try and take back the Eternity Shards that Volkov has sent to a corporation in Pan Pacifica. We will have, Ben will be rejoining us. Mr. Furious, if you see him in the chat, he will be joining us. Mark Pileggi will be joining us, who played Anton and Archibald Peacock. And, very special announcement, Greg, who is in the chat and one of the writers on Torg, will also be joining us next week for a very special prelude to Pan Pacifica. Tune in next Tuesday, next Torg's Day night, for a simple run. I'm sure it'll be fun. We may have one other special guest. I'm trying to confirm that. But until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay gaming. Check out all of the other great shows on the Ulysses International channel. And tune in this Thursday for Fading Suns, when instead of resolving any cliffhangers that I left the groups on, we will be doing the unboxing of all of the Kickstarter material for Fading Suns. It came in, all of the crew of the Oh Boy, none of them have seen it. It will all be fresh and hot takes. If you are in the chat and want to see something, we will have the camera set up to show off the art, to show off the products, to just hype ourselves up, because we're so excited to have all of this stuff in. I'm not sure what Malachi's doing. I only caught the tail end.
It's an old phone. It was an old phone. I got a phone. Hung it up on a wall.
That's right. I'm now caught up. So a special thanks to we will be giving away Phantom, who's playing Kirk tonight, has one of the Fading Suns jump gate dice from the Kickstarter. We will be giving that away to one lucky person in the chat on Thursday. So show up, check it out. It could be yours. I would just like to give 2 special shout outs. One, as always, to our tireless producer, JD, who has been making this amazing and has just gone through and looked at the entirety of the Torg arcs and done write-ups for me so I can compile all of my notes. So thank you. That was above and beyond the call of duty. And I would like to give a special thanks to the B team. You guys constantly provide delight and entertainment for both me and for the chat. And I just want to say thank you to all of you for coming and playing. We will be doing more of these games, and I will be upping everyone B team's experience to 100 experience total.
Okay.
Don't be excited about that. That means I get to throw heavier stuff against you. But as a thank you to all of your efforts here, for behind the scenes reasons that I'm sure I will share with you in the B team chat, as a massive thank you from me. So I am JM the GM. This is the B team, and we will be back on Thursday for some more Fading Suns. Till next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay gaming. Have a good one.
Take care, everyone.